Welcome back everyone to another mod showcase, and today we're going to be doing a review for the Bedrock mod. I know I sound a little bit tired or slightly exhausted is because I just woken up at around 11:30 a.m. I mean that is quite, late in a way towards the afternoon, but yeah, I just did it because I just want to do a showcase. And it's quite cloudy out here today in real life. I was supposed to be going to the library to do more studying for IT, but I have decided to do some mod showcasing. So we're going to be reviewing the Bedrock mod, and this is for 1.7.10, and as we know, Bedrock is not craftable, but this mod makes it happen, which is very interesting. So what we have here is Bedrock armor, Bedrock tools, and Bedrock chunks, and we are going to be fighting a few golems just to see how tough this armor and tool is, because this is intriguing. And if we want to know how to make Bedrock tools, you're going to have to make the Bedrock chunk first. And in order to make this, all you just need is ingenious rock and a lava bucket just to get the Bedrock chunk. But I think to get ingenious rock, you actually got to use obsidian, stone, and a lava bucket. So you got to collect many of these, which is very expensive unless you know how to get a ton of obsidian or an efficient way just to break obsidian to get ingenious rocks. And then once you do that, then you're able to make the Bedrock armor and tools, which requires Bedrock itself, which this is insane. You can actually craft Bedrock, but it has a different GUI number though, which is quite intriguing. But that would mean we can actually place Bedrock. So in order to craft all these, just put Bedrock around your diamond tools to just make it easy. But again, just install not enough items just to save time. So I think this is supposed to be tougher than diamond. So if we were like the helmet and the chest piece, wait a minute, why does the chest piece say item Bedrock chest name? That's like a very glitchy name. I guess it's still trying to process the name. But look at that. Even just by wearing half of this stuff, we're already tanky. And if we continue to wear the whole set, we're just basically covered in Bedrock. That's kind of cool. Like, I love the gray texture. It like feels very grim, but it's like it just expresses resilience. Like that's what it expresses. And then we have the tools. So we need a diamond handle. So I think that's the new thing, which is a diamond handle for each and every one of these. For a diamond handle, it's a ton of blazer rods and a ton of diamonds. So I highly recommend getting fortune on your items just to make a lot of diamond handles. So we have is the sword, pickaxe, axe, shovel, Bedrock's grubaxe. I think that's like a paxel. Yep, I think this is a paxel, but this also requires Bedrock as well. So it's a combination of a Bedrock axe, Bedrock hoe, and a Bedrock pickaxe. And yeah, I think that's all the tools. I'm just going to try it on this obstacle or this little course here. So this is a paxel. All right, so I'm trying to break to see how fast it does, but it seems pretty like slow. But I'm trying to see, does this take durability though? No durability. Interesting. Let me try breaking this with a Bedrock pickaxe. That's intriguing. I can't use Bedrock tools to break Bedrock. Okay, let me go into creative mode and pull out that makeshift Bedrock. It's still Bedrock, but with a different UI. So let me see here. Let me just go to survival, just for science. So if you do craft this, okay, they're pretty much exactly the same. So if I try to break this one, okay. Oh, I can actually see the little cracks. So yeah, this Bedrock is mineable. Interesting. We literally just mine Bedrock, but we just can't mine the legitimate Bedrock right here. So if you try to go underground and think, oh, I have Bedrock tools, think again. You just can't mine this Bedrock. You gotta have to mine the one that you just crafted. That's how it works. But the Bedrock grubaxe is actually just a combination of sorts. So let me just go out of this arena just to see. Ooh, how did that one automatically break? Like, this thing just instantly break the like the fences, like no problem whatsoever. But the grubaxe can't even do that. So let me just try it on a tree to see what happens. All right, so it cuts the tree like it's nothing. You can till the ground like it's nothing. I want to see what else it's made up of. So it's pickaxe, a hoe, and an axe. But it doesn't do well with shoveling. Ooh, okay. Even shoveling, it's instantaneous. So this is like insta-breaking. Let me try actual mining ore or stone. So if I use this pickaxe, okay, it's kind of insta-break, but not totally insta-break. Ooh, okay, so it does mine ore immediately. So I guess this makes it easy, but let me see what happens if we add enchant ourselves with efficiency. Let me just type that. It's been a very long time. Wait a minute. This is so long I've actually added enchants onto an item, but this is an old version of Minecraft. So I'm going to have to use an anvil because I can't recognize IDs and identifications. That's like learning the whole archive of something else. So if I add in efficiency 5 hypothetically on my pickaxe, let's see. Ooh, we can definitely add that. And when we do that, we go back. Okay, wrong button. All right, so we're going to try to see how fast we can mine all this. Okay, so when you do add efficiency 5 onto this, yeah, this is definitely insta-break, like very strong, like very efficient and fast. And I also want to try obsidian to see if we can mine obsidian really fast. I mean, this is just very intriguing stuff once you play around with it. If you break this, okay, so I will say breaking obsidian isn't instant, but I will say it's just like mining stone. So yeah, I guess that's all it does. So let me just go back into my little platform here because we are going to be fighting some golems just to see how strong this sword is. But from what I see, it's basically tough enough to not break. So it's time for us to now fight some golems. So we're going to spawn you in, spawn basically like many of you in here. And I just know that we're going to get our butts kicked. Alright, since this is going to do like 9 attack damage, but we do have some insane resilience though. So that's what the armor does. I would basically view this as like, I guess like the netherite of this, but a netherite that's very hard to craft since it's very expensive. Like, even if I can enchant this as well, this will probably just be overkill for these golems. So yeah, so this just makes it very easy. Imagine having bedrock PvP, not the bedrock of Minecraft, but bedrock PvP. I mean, it's going to be kind of funny. And why is it gloomy out here? I guess it's trying to match the scene of this bedrock armor. So I'm just going to slay you one more time. Alright, so we're going to do that. And there we go. That's how we end all the golems. So the golems cannot go against bedrock. And interestingly, the armor has durability. But from all those swings that we've been dealing with, it seems like the armor barely moves. And why do I hear a zombie? Hey, oh yeah, I can probably try a zombie just to see if he can, like, you know, do anything to me with that sword. Come on. But he's still pretty weak. Like, I can literally just tank a few of these hits. Oh, it's raining. Alright. So, as you can see, I'm just too resilient for this. Like, I'm trying to understand the durability of this stuff, but these zombies are just really saying, I'm getting tired of swinging my hands. I mean, you're not wrong, because it's hard for you to actually kill me once I make this armor. Like, I can last for a very long time. But man, this rock is very resilient. Yeah, look at them. They just got tired. But yeah, let me just put them out of their misery. Alright. So, I think that is going to conclude for the showcase. But it's so dark. Like, completely dark out here. But yeah, I think this is going to conclude for the showcase, though. But if you guys enjoyed this showcase, then I'm very grateful. The download will be provided in the description. But for whoever made this mod, I don't know who made it, but I will say thank you, because I remember this bedrock armor was actually being used in skits and roleplay. I mean, I will tell you like what this reminds me of. It reminds me of Ore Pros. If anybody knows what Ore Pros is, or possibly exploding TNT, they probably use this armor as like a skit just to prove of, how durable it is. But it gives them like slowness and such. But this armor here, it's basically the opposite of that. But you can still wear it as if it's a very tough diamond that barely breaks. And you also have unbreakable tools with good efficiency. But again, I am thankful, and I'm also thanking you just for creating this mod. But until then, I will review another one, and goodbye.